Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, another update for the War Walkers, and this is going to be the last one before the showcase video. So I have been really busy just going over the sort of the last hurdle as such to finishing these guys. So I've done loads of work. I'm going to run through the work with you in a second, but first of all, yeah, I finished the white. So I went in with 2 or 3 layers of thin white over all the white areas, bearing in mind that my white on the Eldar is just like a real nice bright white. So I did that, and then went in with Celestra Grey with a small brush and just edged in all of the recesses with that grey, and then went back over with the white, just tidying up that grey, just making sure I didn't have any splodges and stuff. Also done the bases. I've put the sand on the bases ready to go, so they're drying so I can paint those next. That's all I've got left to do. I've also varnished the canopies, which I'll show you in a second as well. Okay, so let's zoom in, have a closer look. Start off with the legs as always. So there you go, you can see the grey just on the white, and it really helps make that white stand out, sort of finishes the white off as such. As you can see, I put the sand on the bases. Now you get supplied quite a nice scenic base with the War Walkers, but they're all exactly the same. Not only that, they don't really fit my theme too well, so most of the stuff you can see I've covered up with green stuff, put my own rocks on, which I'd previously done, and now I've just gone in with some sand as well. This one I have left that missile on there, so I've got to detail that up. Just quickly to show you the bases on the individual models. So it's that one. They're all slightly different. And then the last one is that. So that's the bases. And then the guys. Okay, so the guys, yeah, that white armour now really popping on those guys. Now I've gone in with all the grey, finishes them off so well. And of course I've gone in grey in a lot of the other areas here. Some of the areas are hidden when they're on the War Walkers. I haven't gone into too much depth, but I've graded most of it. So that is how they are looking, and of course I've done that on all of them. I'll just show you one other. So that's the guy with the helmet. And that painstaking painting around that white armour just made painting that guy so much easier, because I didn't have to cover up any purple or black areas. So that was pretty useful. So I did that. The canopies, I went in with a satin varnish, and I just varnished all of the painted areas. So I used satin varnish on my Eldar, and I did that on the inside painting bits as well, all the bits that I painted up on the inside. So they're all varnished. So once I've varnished these up, I can just glue those straight in. And then of course the weapons. So I get it to focus. Right, there you go. So again, I've just grayed in the weapons, and they're nice and bright, but they've got that shadowing on there as well, which just finishes them off. The scatter laser is probably the hardest one to do. A lot of detail on scatter lasers. So it's them. The bright lances. There. Missile launchers. It's them. And lastly, the star cannons. So how they're looking. So I'm pretty much done. Just got to do the bases, and then varnish them up, glue anything together that's going to be glued. I still haven't decided if I'm going to glue these canopies onto the top. I'm going to have a look at my mini case, you know, where I store them, and just see if I need to store them off or if I can store them on. So I haven't quite decided that, but yeah, glue those canopies on, of course. And the next time you see these, there will be a showcase video. Hopefully I'll be able to take some nice pictures of them. Okay, so that's it from me. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the showcase.